Hello, I am Kym Zest, and this here is Pigeon. Welcome. I see there are 3 of you tuned in tonight. Thank you for joining me. If you joined early and are foam rolling, feel free to continue to do so through the intro. You are also welcome to use this time to finish setting up. I will not be playing any music on my side of the camera, but you are welcome to on yours. I suggest having lots of different kinds of props with you. Soft, flexible props like a yoga mats. I'm a fan of some blankets or folded towels work well as well. Thicker soft props such as pillows, and then I've got some yoga blocks and foam roller. And if you don't have those, books and Tupperware also work well. The benefit of doing this practice on YouTube Live is not being able to watch each other, compare, or judge, yet still knowing we've set aside this time to have a shared experience. We will begin with a short movement flow followed by a seated meditation. Tonight, our Yin practice will have 3 poses before a final relaxation. Between each of the Yin poses, you'll have the opportunity to take any movement or stillness that feels right and balancing for you. During this time, there is no right position or correct alignment because there is no force applied and no progression goal. For each Yin posture, I will suggest several different setups, starting without any props or minimal props, and then adding different variations and different propping options, all to feel lines of fascial tension without any muscle contraction. It's all a passive, gentle stretch. After my demonstration, I will return to a seated position to watch the time for 2 to 3 minutes. While I demonstrate, I really suggest using that time to explore different variations and different propping options, even if you've done it many, many times. You never know what you might discover and what might be different this week. The position that you land in should feel comfortable so that you can experience quiet, subtle sensations and in stillness, and that you can feel safe to release all muscular tension. This is a practice of patience, of stillness, of subtlety. Let's begin. For our first our first movement flow, we're going to be lying down on the ground, face down. And for this, my kitty prop is going to need to slide forward. Oh, there she goes. Sorry, Pigeon. So I'm going to lie down on my belly, and I may lift my head so that I can speak clearly, but you can rest your head on the forehead, on a prop, on your chin, to the side, whatever ends up feeling most comfortable. I'm going to use my right leg first here, and I'm just going to begin by flexing my knee, bringing my heel towards my butt, feeling my hamstring engage, and you might even feel a little stretch in the quad. As if you could crack a nut behind your knee, really getting a good squeeze for the hamstring. And then leaving the leg straight, lifting the leg, feeling your glute engage, feeling that butt cheek engage to lift the leg. And then we're going to combine the movements. I'm going to extend my left arm, couple options. You can play with a variety of different ones. I can extend my left arm all the way straight out from my shoulder at a diagonal of varying degrees, or with an elbow bend. Whatever ends up feeling best for you. We're going to begin by lifting that straight leg, bending the knee, and then using your upper or your back muscles to rotate and moving your leg in the direction of your extended arm. They don't need to touch, but just in that direction, however far you go, feeling opening in the front of your body, from knee
through the extended arm. Lowering with control, and then continue flowing in this movement at your own pace, going only as far as is comfortable and feels good for you, playing with the arm. Taking another round or two. And then we'll do the other side. I'll be sliding myself over. So on this side, right, beginning with just that knee bend, getting the hamstring engaged, feeling a gentle stretch in the quadricep. Just getting a nice little bit of movement in the knee. And then lifting the leg, getting the glute engaged. And then preparing for the full movement, we're going to extend that arm out to the side or diagonal or bent, finding something that's going to feel good for you. Lifting the leg, bending the knee, getting the low back to rotate. Go only as far as feels good for you, so it might be just a little bit or it might be more. Returning gently with control, and then continuing to move at your own pace. Go ahead and play with the arm position or your head position. Taking another round or two. Then I'm going to transition to lying on my back. We're essentially going to do the reverse direction. So it's very similar to before. We're going to go opposite leg to opposite arm. So in this case, I have my left arm extended. I'm going to lift my right leg and just start by just some right leg lifts, feeling abs engaged, quads engaged, hip flexors engaged. And then lifting and crossing in the direction, moving your pet as needed. Leg towards the opposite hand. It's what you come here for, is for the cat entertainment. Taking another round or two, reaching across your body. Then setting up for the other side. You might not need to move, but my bookcase will be in the way, so I'm sliding over. Pigeon very much wants to help today. Okay, there we go. So, with your cat prop. Got my right arm extended. I'm going to be lifting my left leg, starting with just a couple of leg lifts, feeling abs, hip flexor, and quad engage. And then when you're ready, lifting and then crossing, going in the direction of your opposite arm, getting a nice twist and stretch in the back of the body. And then flowing at your own pace. Take another round or two. Make your way to a seated position. We'll be getting comfortable for our meditation. And for this, we just want to be in a really comfortable upright position where you can feel that you have a tall, comfortable spine. And if there's a chair handy, feel free to sit in the chair. If you're on the ground, you might choose to sit on the ground with the legs folded back, legs crossed, or legs extended in front, in any manner that feels right for you. In either case, it can be really good to sit up on a prop, whether it's a pillow, blanket, bolster, anything that you have. When you prop the hips up, usually you get more room for the hips. You can even prop in multiple ways. More room for the hips, ankles, knees, whatever's going to allow you to sit very comfortably with minimal distraction in the body. So hopefully you've had some time to adjust your props and adjust your position and your posture. Palms can be down, up, or clasped in your lap. Eyes closed or a soft, steady gaze on the floor in front of you. Settling into your breath, watching your breath flow in and out without any need to change it. There will always be things that pull at your attention. Might come from my side of the camera or from your environment or in your body or in your mind. Allow yourself to notice these things and then let them pass. Coming back to your breath, not needing to interact, respond, or follow any of these distractions.
every time coming back to your breath. Gently lengthen and deepen your breath, feeling your breath become long and active, feeling your breath move your body. And then nod your chin towards your chest. And open your eyes and introduce any movement that calls to you. Side bends, twists, neck or shoulder circles. And we'll get ready for our first yin posture. So I will sit with both my legs off to one direction, the angles of which might vary. So you might have the knees tightly bent or more open. You might have the legs closer together or spread further apart. And just from this position, you might feel a lot of restriction in the hips. We're going to be feeling a lot of fascial lines in the hips and then through the torso. From here, I'm going to twist away from my feet and put my hands on the ground. From here, I might walk my hands into a bigger twist, or I might walk my hands closer or further. I might choose to stay here, and if I choose to stay here, I might prop the hands. Or I might choose to come down and reach forward onto my forearms. If you choose to stay here on the forearms, make sure that you're not holding tension and holding your neck up. So either propping the forehead or letting the forehead hang. You might choose to stay here, or you could come further down. Feeling this in the hips and through the torso, you might choose to play with an arm and the position of the arm, or the position of your head in the twist. And then propping, you might choose to prop underneath the torso, or underneath the forehead, or arms, propping the arm if it feels right. Taking your time to find the place that feels best for you. Remembering that you want to find a place that you're going to feel comfortable releasing muscular holding and staying in stillness, letting gravity do the work for 2 to 3 minutes. So sometimes it's finding where you feel a stretch and then actually using the props or other things to back out of the intensity so that it softens. Now, wherever you've landed, allow yourself to settle in. And with each breath, another opportunity to seek out and then let go of whatever you are holding on to. Lengthen and deepen your breath. And then using these breaths to help you gently come out, arms, head, and then exploring movement slowly. You might sit up and move around and twist and flow. You might also choose to simply sit in stillness. And then we'll set up the other side. So legs going one way, and then hands to the other side. And then playing with where the twist lands, how you want the legs. Feels best to twist high or low, and know that this side does not need to match. Allow yourself to explore this side, brand new, seeing what this side needs. And settling into stillness. Allowing yourself to feel safe and supported. Allowing yourself for this time to not need to respond to anything. Letting your breath be enough. Gently lengthen and deepen your breath. Using these breaths to help you unwind and lift up one piece at a time. No rush, no hurry, at your own pace. And then either finding stillness in a neutral place or counter movement of any kind. Your choice movement here. For our next yin posture, we're going to be doing a variation of a lunge, and there are lots of different ways and places you might feel this. You're going to feel it in either leg or both legs, and just the emphasis is up to you. And keeping in mind that you want to feel lines of tension and stretch, that there should not be a single point of tension or stretch, that you want to feel it fairly evenly distributed and fairly gentle so that you are not pushing or holding. So without any real propping, I put one leg out in front and one leg back, and I might simply allow my hips to sink down and stay in a very upright posture. I could lean my entire body against the bookshelf or just resting a hand here gently so that I'm not using a lot of muscular tension to hold myself upright so that I don't feel like I'm tipping side to side. So I might choose this, in which I feel lines of tension in the front of the rear leg and the back of the front leg. I might choose to have this leg be snugger in and have this knee go over the top quite a bit, so I feel stretch in the sole of the foot and the back of the ankle. I might choose to have that leg kicked way out in front and an oblique angle and be getting closer to a splits-like action, in which case I feel more in the hamstring and the behind the knee. I might choose something somewhere in the middle, and I might choose a different upright posture. Instead of staying upright with my posture, which I get a little more emphasis on the torso in the front here, I might choose to come forward. And in any of these positions, you might make subtle variations. I might walk that foot further out to the side, or it might be more in front. And then lots of options for propping. You might find even a chair or a footstool underneath the thigh, something high. If you have like one of those yoga balls in front, can be really nice to lean into. I might choose something for the forearms. Whatever you need, and play with those props so that the lunge feels comfortable and safe. In many cases, you want to find a place where you can feel those lines of tension and then again back out a little and support yourself in such a way that you're not feeling resistance to the stretch. And then wherever you've landed, let go of the fidgeting and fussing. Although you might be more upright, allow the eyes to close or the gaze to soften. Releasing effort anywhere it isn't absolutely necessary. giving your body the time it needs to receive the signal that it is safe. Gently lengthening and deepening your breath. Using this breath to help you lift out very gently and slowly. You might choose some gentle motion. You might choose to come into hands and knees. Wiggle through the spine. You might sit back into a squat or into a downward dog. And when you're ready, setting up your other side. Knowing that it's okay that this side might need something very different. Gently exploring how this side feels, what it might need, where you want to put the emphasis. Options for kicking that front leg out. Having the front leg tightly bent. Having the posture be upright, or some variation of coming forward. Getting it set up with your props so that you can feel sturdy and secure. So a minimal amount of muscular effort is needed to just simply hold you upright. And then settling in. Allowing yourself to feel openness and length in the lines of fascial tension. And also feeling soft anywhere else where you hold chronic tension, whether it's in the jaw, the brow, in the toes or the hands. a lengthening and deepening your breath. Coming out, reintroducing movement. You can always choose to simply sit or lie in a neutral position as opposed to taking active counter pose. For our last yin posture, without any props, starting with my legs folded underneath me, allowing my head to come forward, resting on the ground or on stacked fists. Arms might be back behind me or in front or out to the sides. Or if extended in front, I can also choose a bent elbow position. I might choose to have the legs parallel, or I might keep the toes together and let the knees come apart. And then, as with many cases, props might feel best. Could even prop underneath the thighs, creating a little more space. So playing with the knee position, the arm position, and the level of propping that feels best for you. In this position, curling inwards. Feel your breath on the inhale expand towards your thighs and the ground. Inhales equally expanding up towards your back and the ceiling. And each exhale, letting go entirely, letting all the air escape. Gently lengthening and deepening your breath. Using these breaths to help you gently sit up. And then taking any movement or stillness, we'll be getting ready for our relaxation on the floor. So you might choose to take some active movement on your back before we take that last bit of stillness, swishing the knees side to side. We're extending the legs up, hugging in tight. Maybe doing a little side stretch. And getting yourself comfortable. You might choose to prop underneath the knees or underneath the neck. You might choose to place something over your eyes. Allowing your body to feel fully supported, completely at ease. Allowing yourself this time to observe any changes in sensation. Now imagine a small white ball of light floating above your head. Wherever this small ball of light touches or passes through, it spreads a sensation of peace, of comfort. Watch as the ball of light descends into your midbrain and slides down into your throat, into your chest, this ball of light spreading peace and ease. Travels over to your right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, thumb, first finger, second, third, fourth, sliding through the palm of your hand towards your wrist, traveling up towards your elbow, shoulder, chest, sliding towards your left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, thumb, first finger, second, third, fourth, sliding through the palm of your hand towards your wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, sliding down through your abdomen, behind your navel, into your pelvis, down to your tailbone, slides over to your right hip, right knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, sliding through the sole of your foot to your ankle, knee, hip, back to the tailbone, then over to the left hip, left knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, sliding through the sole of your foot towards your ankle, knee, hip, tailbone, sliding up into your pelvis, behind the navel, through the abdomen, into your chest, back into your throat, before settling into your midbrain. With your body at peace, let your mind find ease in following your breath, flowing in and out on its own natural rhythm. Gently lengthening and deepening your breath. Using these breaths to reanimate, perhaps rolling wrists and ankles, spreading and squeezing fingers and toes. Perhaps
Reaching out long before curling into a ball. And then rolling onto your side. Using your arms to help you sit up. We'll conclude with 3 breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. 2 more. One more. Thank you. The 3 of you were with me this evening. First things first, next week, Will and I are on vacation, much needed unplugging up north. So we will not be here next week, but all previous live recordings are on our YouTube channel. So you can always look back at maybe a favorite sequence of the past and repeat that anytime you'd like. You're welcome to share your experience or your feedback or comments in the chat of the live stream, but you can also email me, Kym, Kym, @zested.net. Please visit our website to join our mailing list so you can stay in the loop, although I need to work on sending emails more regularly, but eventually I will. And when there are big changes, that's where they go. You can also follow us on Instagram or Facebook. To support us, we really appreciate anything to help keep us going. Donations are appreciated, and they can go to paypal.me/zested. And you can also share this as another way to show your appreciation with friends or family. So thank you. Have a peaceful night.